my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked, even mine enemies and my foes, came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell. Though an host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war should rise against me, in this will I be confident. One thing have I desired of the Lord, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord, and to inquire in his temple. For in the time of trouble he shall hide me in his pavilion. In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me up upon a rock. And now shall mine head be lifted up above mine enemies round about me. Therefore will I offer in his tabernacle sacrifices of joy. I will sing, yea, I will sing praises unto the Lord. Hear, O Lord, when I cry with my voice. Have mercy also upon me, and answer me. When thou saidst, seek ye my face, my heart said unto thee, thy face, Lord, will I seek. Hide not thy face far from me. Put not thy servant away in anger. Thou hast been my help. Leave me not, neither forsake me, O God of my salvation. When my father and my mother forsake me, then the Lord will take me up. Teach me thy way, O Lord, and lead me in a plain path because of mine enemies. Deliver me not over unto the will of mine enemies, for false witnesses are risen up against me, and such as breathe out cruelty. I had fainted, unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the Hopeful Lake out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the Hopeful Lake, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. And what I want to get into today, is dealing with Mount Zion, all right, which represents the government of Israel. Okay, their righteous government that's going to come, all right, through war waged by Yahweh Shai and the holy angels in this realm, okay, and re-establish righteous order in the earth. Okay, and what we have to understand, all right, what we're a part of, more and more we understand what we're a part of every day, as we toil in this thing, as we live, this truth, we really begin to understand, what we're a part of. It's a constant, growth, and understanding, what we're a part of, because this is a rivalry of good and evil that goes all the way back, all right, to the garden from the beginning, and there's always been a tug of war or rulership of the earth, okay, between good and evil, between Adam and the serpent, okay, Cain and Abel, all right, the sons of God, and the sons of men, okay, King David and the heathens, King Solomon, the influence of witchcraft, okay, you had, the Romans, okay, then you had Jake, the Holy Roman Empire, all right, then you had the Renaissance period, and then you have what we have today, which is this beast system in full effect, okay, this fourth beast, the head that was wounded has been revived, and what we're seeing is Esau living out the fulfillment of his blessing, or the fulfillment of his blessing, for having the fatness of the earth and ruling through the sword, okay? And he will be established okay, before Yahweh Shah will return. Okay, so we have to understand the rivalry, of good and evil, okay, that we're a part of. Matter of fact, let me start off here. This is spirit, Shalom to the brother Pete Priest, Tazamach out of Memphis. There was a heavy, edifying lesson, you and Priest I did, dealing with brick by brick. I gotta repost that, Lord will, but beautiful lesson, bro. And that kind of inspired, this lesson, feeding off y'all brothers in the spirit. But going into it, let's get this here, let's get this in Sirach 33 and 14. Well, I started at 10. All right, it says, and all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of the earth. Okay, and understand that Adam, Adam was the first, being, all right, the first man that the Lord breathed his spirit into, which is he endowed Adam with the Ruach HaKodesh, that Holy Spirit, that understanding, okay, and he was given that understanding to what? To keep the garden. The Hebrew word keep goes into shamar, okay, which is pretty much to oversee, to watch, to protect. Okay, what was Adam supposed to keep and guard and protect? Righteousness in the earth. Like we go into, like the Bible study version of Adam. It's just he was walking around, okay, naked, naming animals and touching trees. Nah, man. Okay, he was a ruler. He was a righteous ruler in the earth. Okay, and he was given the responsibility to enforce and oversee and protect righteousness, okay, with the authority and the wisdom that was given to him from on high. Okay, and he fell away, through the serpent getting to Eve, and Eve eventually, getting to Adam, and they fell away. Okay, and then you go to Genesis 6, the sons of God. All right, because we play a part in that too. And this is why we got to partake in their suffering and drink of their cup as Yahweh Shai, because we all had offices, okay, within, all right, the rulership. You go to the sons of God in Genesis, the 6th chapter, men of renown, all right? Though that means that, hey, the sons of God were in high positions in the earth, okay? So they dealt with the, the daughters of the son, the men, okay? The heathen women. Lets you know that, hey, we had our choice, because men of high status, they're able to have what you call harems, of women, okay? And the fault in that is when you begin to let those women, okay, influence, we let those women influence us in the way of the heathen, okay? And we failed, and the Lord brought the flood and only preserved Noah, okay? So the reason why we have to partake in the sufferings of Yahweh Shai and drink of that cup of Yahweh Shai is because we had a part in that fall, just as in the beginning, we had a part in creating everything with Yahweh Shai. You go back to Genesis as the Elohim, because we was after, Yahweh Shai and the Elohim created everything, and it was pleasing, all right, that word Tawab, it was good, it was pleasing to the Heavenly Father. Then he tasked us with governing, all right, the creation and righteousness, man, okay? And like I say, we fumbled. So that's why Yahweh Shai, he had, to suffer the most, because he suffered for himself, because he was given the most responsibility as the firstborn. But then he had to suffer for us too. He took on our suffering as well. He lightened our burden as well. Okay? But and through that, we still have our own burden to bear, under Yahweh Shai, Lord will. We're a part of that government, Mount Zion. We all have our own burden to bear, because it's perfecting us, to where we can see, perfectly and be balanced in how to rule, you know. So that's why, brothers, you see, we have to understand it ain't about being fair. It's about the results, So the Lord deal with us way more severely and harshly than he deals with everyone else, and we can't play victim, you see, because the Lord is punishing us, but also he chastening us, okay, and preparing us for those offices, all right, of that government that's going to restore righteousness to the earth, okay. So verse 11 says, "In much knowledge the Lord have divided them and made their ways diverse. Some of them have he blessed and exalted, and some of them he sanctified and set near himself. But some of them hath he cursed and brought low and turned out of their places," man. Okay? And we was the sons of God, was their lineage, okay, that the Lord set near himself. Okay, hence the title, sons of God. Okay? That title comes with responsibility. It comes with perks, but hey, we're emphasizing on the responsibilities that come with that. Okay? And Esau, Edom, is that nation that's put by. Okay? Going back to the garden, it tells you how, through envy of the devil, all right, came sin. What was he envious at? He was envious at the rulership given to Adam. The structure, okay, that Adam had, that he was running the earth with. Okay? And he found the breach, okay, through Eve, and he planted that seed of wickedness. All right? And that seed, has sprouted into this 7-head dragon with 10 horns that we see ruling today. Okay? Verse 12, it says, "Some of them have he blessed." And this verse 13, it says, "As the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it, all right, at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him to render to them as liketh him best." Okay, and we have to understand that the sons of God, are the rightful rulers of the earth. Okay, and that's why Jake, our people have such a capacity, when it comes to organization. Now, you look at our people now, all right, and it's chaos, okay? But you look at the history of our people, our people have always, been at the forefront of the governments of society, okay? Going back to, I say, the sons of God, okay? Even when you go back to during the time, even of the Babylonian Empire, okay? That's why Daniel had such a capacity, to pretty much run the day-to-day affairs, okay, of such a vast kingdom, because he's a son of God, okay? You go into the Moors, people talk about the Moors. Well, the Moors started off as just a mercenary group, okay, of what you call the caliphates, those Islamic, okay, militaries, okay, that took over, Spain and Portugal, okay, and they pretty much left Jake there as a garrison, and Jake turned into a whole government, man. Jake turned into an empire, okay, because that's how Jake built. Now, Jake glory is dunking the basketball, okay, or playing receiver and cornerback, playing every play, which, hey, that's sons of God. We built different, okay? But nah, man, Jake built to rule, okay? You go back to the medieval times, okay? England and France, that was Jake, okay? Going to Charlemagne, King Henry, the Tudor dynasty, King James, okay, of Scotland, England and Ireland. He sat on 3 thrones at one time, which means he governed 3 realms at one time. Okay, he think he's of the Stuart family. You go into their history, you see. So what you had, the Byzantine Empire, under the, the Romans, okay? All those different Jake Caesars, going to the 5 good emperors. Them was all Jakes, okay? Because Jake built for rulership. Because here it is, you have all these Caesars, okay? But when it comes to 5 consecutive Jakes in a row, okay, they was known as the 5 good emperors, man. Okay, starting with Nerva and ending with Marcus Aurelius. Okay, I think they got another movie coming out, Gladiator. I think come out in November, with Denzel Washington. Is playing this. He's playing a Caesar. And I think he's of that line of Septimius Severus. Okay, which was a Jake. Okay, Mansa Musa. Look up Mansa Musa, which was a Jake that was ruling out of Mali, okay, in Africa. They say he's, the richest man ever, but that was King Solomon. Okay, but just saying all that to say this, that we built for rulership. Okay, and the thing is, why we're the tail is because, hey, we fumbled that responsibility. So the Lord made us the tail. And see, from this perspective, we see how, matter of fact, let me read this and I'm going to get that. Let me finish this. It's Sirach 33 and 15. It says, so look upon all the works of the Most High. Matter of fact, verse 14 says, good is set against evil and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner and the sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are 2 and 2, one against another, okay? And this rivalry of good and evil started back in the garden in the beginning, okay? But Yahweh Shai is coming to put an end to that rivalry and set up an eternal righteous rulership, okay? This is where we at. This is what we're a part of. This is why, we've been awakened, and like, the more, like I say, we tap into this, we really see, you kind of being off. Like, man, you see, because to understand this and still be at the tail is kind of bitter, but it's a bittersweet, because the Lord, like I say, he's grooming us from the bottom, because when you go here, let's get this. This is Habakkuk 1 and 4. It says, therefore the law is slack, and judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. Okay? Now let's read this in the NLT. The law has become paralyzed, and there is no justice in the courts. The wicked far outnumber the righteousness, so that justice has become perverted. Okay? So since when we was in, our positions of power, we didn't fully, submit to the righteousness. We were still curious in wickedness, idolatry, and, wanted to do our thing. Okay, the Lord snatched that authority from us and gave it to the worst of the worst. All right, since we can uphold them laws in the earth, okay, he took that authority and gave us over to a lawless people, Esau, Edom, man. Okay, so we can get that experience, okay, of what it's like to be. Because see, when you in rulership, you really don't see how your decision making affects the lowest person. It's only so far you can see, your decision making, like how it affects, you see how it affects your immediate family, you'll see how it affects, your courts. Okay, you'll see, particular things, but then you get so high, you can kind of lose sight, okay, of the small people, man. Okay, so the Lord put us as the small people, as the tail. Okay, because now we're at the tail, we see how the decision makings from the head have an effect on the tail. And that's why the Lord made that analogy, thou shalt be the tail and he shall be the head, going back to the curses. Deuteronomy 28, Speaking of Esau being the head and us being the tail, well, guess what? The head and the tail is a part of the same body. It's a part of the same organism. Okay? So the decisions of the head have an effect on the tail because the head and the tail, they're attached to the same body. Okay? And now we get to feel the effects, okay, of the wickedness, all right, the ripple effect that wickedness has at the top and how it trickles down to the bottom. Okay? So when we get those positions back, we're going to fully understand, okay, judgment. You know, we're becoming those perfect those perfect judges, but it's through experience. You had to get this experience from the tail. Okay? And as now we've been awakened as the tail while we're at the tail of this kingdom, so we can know how to be the head of the kingdom to come under Yahushua. Okay? So, reading this again, it says Habakkuk 1:4, it said the law has become paralyzed and there is no justice in the courts. The wicked far outnumber the righteous, so that the judges, all right, so that justice has become perverted. Okay? So we're witnessing, you know, a kingdom of corruption and defilement. Okay? And we have to exist in it. And now, as we learning righteousness, you know, we go throughout our day to day, and you're always judging every situation. You know, you're always judging things in your head. You know, I know you brothers, you know, go throughout your day to day, and you see certain scenarios play out, you know, and you be like, well, this is what I would have did, you know. This what should be done. This how this should be solved. See, if this law was in place, we wouldn't have to worry about that. If this law was in place, you know what I'm saying? So now we're understanding the why factor of the law. You know, because the law tells us what to do, okay? But then you had to get the experience to see why the law telling us to do this, why the law says this, okay? So we had to get this experience, man, okay? So now we're coming to the time where the Lord is getting ready to restore, you know, those righteous judges, all right, as before, as the scriptures say, okay? Because you go here to Psalms, you know, and this is our mindset now. Psalms 119, so like Psalms 119 and 126. All right. This Psalms 119 and 126. It said, it is time for thee, Lord Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai, to work, for they have made void thy law. Okay, because this society under Esau Edom has completely voided out the righteousness of Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai. Okay, as it says in the book of the Revelation, you know, where our Lord was crucified, spiritual Sodom and Egypt, where our Lord was crucified, they've completely X'd out, okay, the righteousness of Yahushua in the earth. Okay, because he comes in the volume of the book. Okay. And each generation, you know, strays further and further away from a right standard, you know, to the point to where righteousness is void in the earth. Okay? And Yahushua is coming to reestablish that, man. You know, and before Yahushua wages war, he has begun, all right, to groom, all right, Mount Zion, okay, before he comes. Okay? Because it's going to be a transition of power from the government of Esau to the government of Israel. Okay, so the Lord is getting his government in order while he's bringing this government down. Okay, it says that in Psalms 50. Okay, there's Psalms 50 and, all right, I started at 20. It says, thou sittest, matter of fact, I started 16 and jump to 17. Yep. This is Psalms 50 and 7. It says, but unto the wicked, the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? Okay. Because the Renaissance period, all right, these devils, you know, began to call themselves Christians. Okay. Then you have also the Ashkenazi Jews. Okay. Those small hats. Okay, these devils, began to identify as if they was the people of the Bible. You know, they say they became these Christians as if they was the ones that was gonna cleanse the earth and everyone else was a heathen. Okay, it's because the scriptures say in Revelation 20 that he will come and deceive the nation that are on the four quarters of the earth. So when this man was loosed, okay, out of his prison, which was mainly Europe, all right, Georgia, Russia, okay, the Khazars, okay, he was able to, have influence in the earth again, all right. He built his kingdom off deception, as if he, all right, was the righteous standard of the earth. You have that doctrine of discovery to where wherever he discovered, under the banner of Christianity, he could seize it because he was cleansing it through Christianity, man. Okay? You look up the Spanish Inquisition, how they was torturing people pretty much to accept Christianity, man. We got, Columbus Day coming up, okay? And that devil played a major part, okay? And pretty much torturing the northern tribes into Christianity, man. Okay? So this devil, came back in power under the banner of the scriptures. Okay? What they call manifest, destiny, which it was prophecy for this devil, to get the fatness of the earth to the sword. But his deception was he was doing it in the name, okay, or the authority of the God of the Bible. But ultimately he was doing it, which the Lord did give him that authority, okay? But he deceived the masses as if it was righteousness, man. Okay, it was in complete wickedness. You see, verse 17 says, "Seeing thou hatest instruction and casteth my words behind thee." Okay, because he came under the banner of the Bible, and the Bible was just a decoy. Okay, to disarm the masses, man. Okay, the Bible has always been the decoy for the devil. Esau never, okay, his spirit, never connected with this book. All right, he never had any intentions on establishing a government based on the Bible. Okay, that was just his way, to manipulate the masses into looking at him, as having a moral high ground as he was doing his wickedness, man. This man had people thinking that he was doing the earth a favor. Okay? But this man is the problem of the earth. So this man hates the instructions of the scriptures. Look how he runs society, man. Because you can see he's phased the Bible and anything that has to do with the Bible out of society. Okay? Matter of fact, they call the Bible hate speech now. Wait a minute. I thought the founding, fathers was all about the Bible. Okay? But now the Bible, the talking points in the Bible is deemed hate speech. And he got laws to protect the things that the Bible speak against, man. Okay? So you jump down to verse 20. It says, "Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thy own mother's son." Yeah. Okay? Because this devil, not only has he, deceived the world and how the world perceives him, but he has also destroyed the image of the true people. You see? He has the world thinking that we're, inherently wicked, that we are the criminals, that we're the problem of the earth. Now, a lot of Jake, as time goes on, each generation fulfills those stereotypes more and more, okay? But naturally, we're not like this, man. All right, Jake is enchanted. You see the masses of our people, they're enchanted. That's why the Lord just got to reset Jake, and that's why the Lord not dealing, with the community. Okay, the Lord is dealing with Mount Zion, man. His government. Okay, that's what Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai is dealing with. Okay, and that government, cause see, the government of Mount Zion, we at work now. Okay, that's why things are being put in order now. Okay, just as Adam was given the wisdom, to watch over. Well, guess what? We've been given this wisdom to watch over, all right, the elect. Okay, which we'll get into that, you see. But we've been given this wisdom to watch over the elect in these times, man. Okay, preparing them for what? The age to come. This eternal righteous rulership that's to come. And just talking about it, just makes me realize how, important this is and how unimportant this world is. Of course we continue to maintain our situation in this life, man. But it's like day for day, almost you just get more detached, because we just go through the motions, man. Like I say, paying bills, because really it's mainly what we in this society do, pay bills, teach this word. The Lord give us a little, leeway every now and then, but that's the sum of it. Okay, but the priority is to usher in, the kingdom of Yahushua and prepare, the sheep of Yahushua, and the sheep pretty much goes into the citizens of the kingdom to come. The Israelites that are going to be that's going to be citizens of the world to come. Okay, so let's get this. It says, "These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes." So we're being set in order right before this devil's eyes, man. Okay, because guess what? Esau is watching the camps. Okay, like a brother might not get that many views. Okay, you might get 10 views a video. All right, guess what? It might be 7 brothers and sisters that believe, watch, and the other 3 is the elite. Them niggas watching, man. Okay, and the Lord is setting us in order right before their eyes, because you gotta think, this is why the scriptures say that they will be wearied in their counsel, because the Lord got us telling the devil what he's going to do step by step. And he got to do it. He's subjugated to it. Okay? He's subjugated to what's written. All right? And this devil is scrambling, trying to, upset the prophecy, but he can't. He just got to submit. You see? He just got to do what he got to do. Okay? So, the Lord is organizing the government, Mount Zion, right before his eyes, man. Okay? With this wisdom. This wisdom is putting us back in order. Okay? And this devil is wearied in his counsel because he can't undo what the Lord is doing. Okay? And this truth is unraveling his kingdom. That's why he's scrambling to go ahead and set this thing up. Okay? That's why this devil, is tacky. Okay, with his gimmicks. I heard rumors somebody posted tried to, assassinate Trump again, and Secret Service had to off another nigga, in Florida. They got circulating stories about that. I ain't looked much into it, kind of letting it unfold some more, but it's tacky as hell, man. Okay? Things that are supposed to be reality, man, is like WWE, WWF, man, SmackDown. Okay? Kamala somewhere laughing as we speak. Okay? Biden, all right, don't know where the hell he at. You see? Sakari, he a Crip now. It's like one big, it's just a shit show, man. But everybody's scrambling because Yahushua is setting his government up in the earth, man, and they can feel it. Because you got to remember, when Yahushua, matter of fact, let's get it. Let's just read it. Let's read it. This is Matthew 2, okay, and 1. It says, now when Yahushua was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod, all right, and this is Herod the Great, okay, what they call the Great, okay, but damn Edomite, okay, and it says, Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from Jerusalem to the east to Jerusalem. All right, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, where is this, all right, where is he that is born king of the Jews? And you see, when it said king, all right, when it said Herod the king, it got him a small k. But when it said, verse 2, saying, where is he that is born king? You see that capital K, man. Okay? That's the real king. Okay, Yahushua. It said, for we have seen his star in the east and are come to worship him. Now remember, Herod is the king, all right? He's the puppet king set up by Rome, okay? Pretty much set up by Pompey. You go into the history, okay? Pretty much Pompey, you know, and King Herod, father Antipater, you know, set him up, you know, after the fall of the Hasmonean dynasty. You know, Jake was, you know, had that drama going on, you know, between the Hasmonean dynasty. But as you see, the wise men, okay, they asking the king, the current king, like, yeah, what hey, so you can know how he felt, like, you know what I'm saying? You can tell, you know, Jake, like, hey, pretty much where the real king get, man. You know, you read between the lines, man, because they knew this nigga was an imposter, man. Okay? It says, saying, where is he that is born king of the Jews? Because King Herod was holding that title as king of the Jews, man. Okay? And it says, for we have seen his star in the east and are come to worship him. When Herod the king heard these things, he was troubled at all, and all Jerusalem with him. That was them wicked niggas, man, that was in the courts of Herod. Okay? You read this in the NLT. Where is the new, all right, where's the newborn king of the Jews? We saw his star as it rose, and we have come to worship him. Okay? So it said, where's the new king, the newborn king of the Jews, man? Okay? So they asking the current king about a new king. Okay? And verse 3 says, King Herod was deeply disturbed when he heard this, as was everyone in Jerusalem. And they were speaking of everyone, all right, that was down with Herod. Okay? Because you had, you know, Simeon, you know, who was in the temple, you know, waiting on Yahushua to be born. Okay? You had Anna the prophetess, who was in the temple waiting on Yahushua to be born. Okay? So when it says everyone, it's talking about everyone that was down, you know, with that Roman regime. Sellout niggas, man. And they back today. And everybody troubled. Because Yahushua's spirit is on all his men. Okay? So you got brothers being built up, becoming more like Yahushua. You got new brothers coming in, becoming more like Yahushua. Okay? They crucified Yahushua and he multiplied. Okay? He multiplied himself and his men. You see, in this time, you know, because it's a thing of timing. All right? So, go from there. Yeah, brother. But yeah, let's go here. All right, and see, we're really, like I say, beginning to understand what we're a part of, man. And you sisters too. You know, you're not here for no small purpose, man. Take this opportunity serious, man. You know, whether you're with, you know, a man of the Lord, okay, or you ain't waiting. You know, hey, take this opportunity serious, man. This is a major thing that we're a part of, man. We haven't been called into no light work. That's why we don't get excited about gimmicks, playing dress up, okay, a damn fashion show, all right, mixtape, you know, sitting on these, all right, these thrones, you know, from Home Good, okay, wherever these niggas getting thrones from, all right, Temu, all right, wherever these niggas getting these thrones from, man. They don't even begin to excite us, man, because we know, hey, we a part of something far greater. Okay, we just waiting on Yahweh Shai to come. You see, but in the meantime, we're being built up, you know, to stand before Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, so let's take a trip. Let's get this. All right, in Isaiah chapter 1. Okay. I started at 18. All right. See, I think brother got some. Yep. Oh man, it's heavy. Yep, just the brother Damawati. I was thinking of that too, bro. Show you that it's the same spirit, you know, that's working amongst each brother that hope for elect, Lord willing. All right. GMS in his likeness. Okay, which that's what we're becoming, in his likeness of Yahweh Shai. Because Yahweh Shai is in the likeness of who? Of the Father. Okay. Hey, so hey, we're going from glory to glory, man. Okay. This is John 12:24. All right. Verily, verily, I say unto you, except a corn of wheat fall into the ground and die, it abideth alone. But if it die, it bringeth forth much fruit. Okay. And that's what Yahweh Shai did, is he was planted in the ground like a seed, you know, when he arose. But not only did he arise, all right, many more that come in his likeness has arose in these times. Even though we was living, because Adam was living when he received that breath of life. You know, he was a living being, okay? But when he received that spirit, okay, he became alive. So we was living just like Adam, okay? But then we received that spirit in due season, you know? It's different for each brother, but we received that spirit, okay? So let's go here to the book of Isaiah 1. Okay, and jump to the point in verse 25. Matter of fact, I started 21. It says, how is the faithful city become a harlot? It was full of judgment, righteousness lodged in it, but now murderers, man. Okay, because I'm gonna tell you this as well, as you have these false prophets from, you know, these Christian pastors to Jake with, you know, these Israelite camps. Okay, because they're telling you false doctrine. All right, and the judgment that's coming, these men are really mass murderers, man. Okay, because they're having you believe in the doctrine that's gonna get you deleted, tormented in these times, man. Okay, so these guys that, you know, present themselves as these holy men, okay, they're really, you know, setting a lot of Israelites up for torment, man. Okay, it says thy silver has become dross, thy wine mixed with water. Yeah, the value, because silver is a valuable metal. Dross is something that's unwanted. Okay, so the leadership of our people that once had this value have become dross, which is worthless. Okay, you look at our people, the leaders of so-called black people, worthless. Okay, NBA YoungBoy. Okay, Shannon Sharp. Okay, there's the, you know, worthless. You see LeBron, niggas is worthless. Okay, it says thy princes are rebellious, which is our leaders. Okay, matter of fact, I read in NLT, say your leaders are rebels. The companions of these, all of them love bribes and demand payoffs, but they refuse to defend the cause of the orphans or fight for the rights of the widow. And that's wicked judgment, because going back, the widow and the orphan, they're the lowliest, they're the most vulnerable within a realm, within the kingdom. Okay, and the king is supposed to make sure that they're taken care of. A righteous king will make sure that the most vulnerable in his kingdom were taken care of, man. You know, that's why we had the welfare system in the law, to where you couldn't harvest all your crop. You had to leave some for the passerbyers. You know, Jake was traveling, you know, so it was pretty much like a free a convenience store for Jake that was traveling. And then you had the poor, they could come gather, you know, and have, you know, like a welfare. Okay? So it says, reading verse 24, it said, therefore said the Lord Yahweh Shema of hosts, all right, the mighty one of Israel, I will ease me of my adversaries and avenge me of my enemies, and I will turn my hand unto thee. So the Lord is finna get rid, the Jacob trouble is getting rid of all the filth of our people, man. Okay? From old niggas, old women, infants, unborn, every spirit that ain't right is going to be cleansed in Jacob's trouble, man. Okay? And any residue is going to be purged out in the wilderness, man. And the Lord is going to begin to govern in righteousness, man. Okay? And it says, and I will restore, remember verse 20, and I will turn my hand upon thee. Okay? And it says, and purely purge away thy dross and take away all thy tin. So the remnant, the Lord is dealing hands-on with us to remove those unwanted qualities, man. Okay? Because he's setting up a government. Okay? And there's certain unwanted qualities that the Lord is removing in us through affliction, through suffering. You know, verse 26, and I will restore the judges at the first, and thy counsels at the beginning. Afterward, thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city, man. Okay? Zion shall be redeemed with judgment, and her converts with righteousness, man. Okay? So there's a righteous restoration that's going to come to the whole earth. And the Lord is grooming his men, okay, to aid Yahushua in reestablishing righteousness in the earth, man. Okay? So, yeah, that's the point. Just wanted to get into that, man. You know, hey, 144 on the dot. You can't make it up. You know, hey, Lord will you brothers and you sisters edified. To the next time I say Shalom, Kwam Yashala, a Bible Bar, soon, Shalom.